Hey, it's Chris Martin of the Content Marketing Academy. In this video I want to give you my prediction for content marketing in business for 2016. You see, there's two major problems in business that I can see today that are having a massive impact on how businesses communicate. One is they're trying to sell too much sales in the communications, far too much broadcasting, promotion, embracing the sort of traditional way of marketing and advertising. I'm going to talk about that in a second. The second thing is that marketing seems to be at the bottom of the to-do list. It's not a priority in business, and it just rolls on day in, day out. Well, I need to do the marketing, But the thing is, marketing is the most important part of your business. You could have the best product, the best service in the world, but if you're not communicating that effectively with your audience, with your prospective customers, they aren't going to buy from you, and that's just the reality. It's getting harder and harder to differentiate yourself. Marketing it's really hard, and that's why it's important for it to be a priority, so you can learn and develop and get better at it. All the best entrepreneurs in the world are great marketers. All the biggest businesses and the best businesses in the world are great at marketing. They're great at getting their story out there. And I want to see how you can change the way you communicate going forward into 2016. So the other big problem that I want to talk about actually is this whole concept of being judged online before you're judged offline. We know a little bit about the zero moment of truth. We've talked about it before, and that 70% of the buying decision is made online before first contact. And we need to think to ourselves, well, if that is the case, we need to make sure that we're creating content that helps rather than sells, that answers questions and solves problems. But the big problem that I've identified already is that people are too busy trying to sell their product all the time or their service. It's sales messages going out all the time. And content marketing is actually sales, except it's not done in a way that's straight up direct selling. It's about helping rather than selling, adding value, providing utility or usefulness, answering questions, solving problems, and helping consumers just like you and I just think about your own buying habits to make an educated buying decision. That's what it's all about. That's what we need to get to grips with when we're communicating with our audience, is trying to think about what problems they have, what questions do they have, how can I create content that helps them to do all of that? How can I be the go-to resource? How can I be the Wikipedia of my industry? How can I make sure I'm creating content that entertains or helps them in some way? You see, trust is everything in business. And I don't say that lightly. When you're buying anything, it could be a burger, right through to a business service that you're spending thousands and thousands of pounds on. You need to be able to trust that organisation to deliver whatever they said they were going to deliver, and to do it in a way that's going to make you feel great about the decision that you've made. So in order to build up trust, you have to think to yourself what trust is. Trust is an emotional connection. It's the building of a relationship over a period of time. And we all need to get better at that. We need to be better at building trust. We know that 70% of the buying decision is made online before anybody contacts your business for the first time. So there's that opportunity there for you to create content that they can find when they're doing research and when they're asking questions and looking for solutions to problems. You create that content that builds that relationship over time, that creates trust and creates you, instead of you being a choice in the marketplace, you become the choice when it's time to buy, if that's suitable for them at that time. What we need to be appreciative of is that that's going to take us time to do that. We need to invest our time, our human resource, in creating content that serves our audience, that helps rather than sells, and is useful to them in some sort of way. It's almost like you need to communicate without selling. It can't be about you and your products and your services all the time, because no one really cares. They care about the problems they have and the questions they have. Create content that does that, and I can guarantee you that if you do it properly and you do it in a way that builds trust, that you will be the choice. They will buy from you eventually, but you have to invest that. Someone's got to start the conversation. Someone has to take that leap of faith, and that is you, the business owner, the marketer in the business. You're the one that has to take that leap of faith. You have to believe that it's going to work for you. You see, content marketing is the only marketing that's left. Over the last 40 or 50 years, marketers and advertisers have got away at essentially, shouting at people. And the business that shouts the loudest is the one that gets the most attention. Times have changed. The old ways aren't coming back, and the way that we communicate as organisations therefore has to change. Technology is changing. Think about your own buying behaviour and the way that you buy stuff. The last thing you want to do is speak to a salesperson. So you've got to think to yourself, well, if that's me and the way that I behave, then that's the reality of my customers too. So you have to believe that this applies to you. Research content marketing, buy the books, appreciate that if you are a business owner, you are a marketer as well of your business. The biggest businesses, the best businesses, the most successful businesses and entrepreneurs across the whole world are great marketers and great storytellers. Get your story out there, connect with your audience, and create content that helps, adds value, and creates that emotional connection. And I can guarantee you'll be successful. I hope that helps you for 2016, and if you need any help with anything, just tweet me at chrismar101 or email me chris@cmauk.co.uk, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Don't forget to be awesome.